Today we're going to be pushing ranked. We were top 10,000 a couple days ago, or top 9,000 with our homemade free-to-play balloon freeze deck, and we're going to see if we can win some games. I honestly think with this deck, using all my oh my god, it's art! Using all my knowledge in the game, I think I should be able to beat pretty much anybody with this deck. I think with the amount of broken like heroes and evos in this thing, I think I can beat anything realistically. It just comes down to if I can play well or not, which is a big if. I'm pretty fucking useless, but we'll see. I really think this is what I have so much belief in this deck. I don't know why, like actually delusional belief. So let's respawn the goblins right now. We've already cycled our cage once, haven't cycled our lumberjack yet, but that's okay. Gonna counter that whole thing. And okay, he's gonna go for a skeleton barrel. And seeing the skeleton barrel actually gives me PTSD from that fucking challenge I was just playing, because the 4-card challenge is literally just skeleton barrel and fucking wall breaker spam, because they banned snowball, zap, log, bar barrel. I don't know why, but you know, they did. So yeah, I have a theory that most of the, okay, never mind. I was expecting the Mega Minion to kill the Dark Golem, but it died. I think the player skill has gone down a lot. I think because of all the evos and heroes, it's actually a lot easier probably to push higher in this game than it used to be. I feel like the players used to be like absolutely cracked because, I mean, there's only so many cards you could have played, so people got really good at the cards that you could play. But now because there's so many like stupid gimmicks and stuff, it's hard to like keep track of them all, and it's fun in some sense, where it's like some shit you've never seen before can work against like you can beat people who you would previously never have been able to beat just because like you have some stupid gimmick that they've never seen before, unlike the 1,000 times they've counted or used the same strategy. I actually don't have an answer for this, so I'm gonna have to go like this and this, and that's kind of unorthodox, but it'll do. Okay, I'll take one hit. Considering that's the Evo, I guess that's not the end of the world. I am down a lot of elixir now, yeah. Luckily, I kind of have been saved by double here, but I'm still going to take an absolute ton of damage from the skeleton barrel. But yeah, I think the average skill has gone down in this game big time, which means it's an opportunity, is what it is. It's an opportunity. If you've ever wanted to be high in ranked in this game, then this is the time. Okay, I'm just going to use the ability right here because it will take out the mortar, and that thing is being annoying, and I don't want to have to play another distraction troop. And now I have my Evo Lumberjack. I'm basically banking elixir here. I'll go for the goblins to counter this as well. I think he's investing too much in this push. Big time. Like, he can have that damage, bro. It's all yours, and I'll just go in here. I have goblins to respawn. I have freeze. I have baby dragon counter pushing. He used his big spell. Let's go for the respawn here. And then let's go for this to snipe the Mega Minion. I mean, snipe the Dark Goblin. Right away, ability, and then we can go for a freeze on whatever he plays next. There we go. You just know when somebody's like, this guy hard counters because mortar counters balloon. Like, he has mortar which he can cycle. He can play a fucking Dark Goblin across the map. He can play minions. He can play all these different things. But with the hero Mega Minion, I can snipe Dark Goblins and stuff. So what it will become, and this is like the future of the game now, what it will end up becoming is, oh, okay, so he's got hero Mega Minion balloon freeze, so I need to use my mortar, and then I use my Dark Goblin. But as I play my Dark Goblin, I need to play a cheap unit at the same time, so the lower HP unit can tank for the Mega Minion ability, and that way it can't break through. Yeah, but then it becomes a mind game where I'm like, okay, so he's going to play a lower HP unit to distract. He's going to play a lower HP unit to stop my Mega Minion's ability sniping his Dark Goblin, so I won't even go for the Mega Minion ability. Instead, I'll go for a freeze, or I'll go for something else. So basically, there's like mind games on mind games on mind games on mind games. So, you know, even though there's heroes and stuff that are broken, it's like you just have to be like very switched on, I feel like, which kind of, I don't know, take it as you will. You know, it's a good thing and a bad thing. You just kind of have to like, sometimes though, I will say, like Hero Knight's one of those cards where I'm just like, well, fuck, like, man, that should have taken his tower, but that ability is so powerful. The Hero Knight's ability, I don't think enough people talk about. Like, that card is one of those, like, it genuinely, to me, feels kind of game-breaking, the Hero Knight ability. It really can be, like, such a game-changing card. Like, you could have all the troops on a tower or something, and the Hero Knight has the ability. I think what it is that when you pop the Hero Knight ability, let's say there's, like, 1,000 goblins on my tower, and I pop the Hero Knight ability, because it gives it a shield as well, it'll buy me so much time, because time is elixir. It's crazy cuss sentence. No, not time is money. Time is elixir, okay? time is elixir, and the longer the Hero Knight ability buys me so much time to regen elixir that it's insanely broken, I think. That's what it is. You know what I mean? Because I would be in a losing position, pop the Hero Knight ability, all of a sudden I'm saved for long enough to get my next broken gimmick, and now I'm copped out. That is exactly why I think the Hero Knight's ability is ridiculous. Anyway, he's going to have to invest a lot of elixir on the push there. So I thought I could get away with the Hero Goblins, and I do. I'm able to stop the Battle Ram connecting. Probably should have respawned them. It's pretty much always worth it to respawn the Hero Goblins. But yeah, I think one of the reasons I think that ladder would be, or ranked would be a lot easier right now as well, is because I think a lot of people are relying too heavy on the hero abilities. I think people are trying to abuse them as much as possible, and a lot of strategies going out the window, which is why a lot of people say this game is ruined and whatnot. But for me, I'm just like, okay, well, if I just use like a quarter of my brain and I play the broken gimmicks, because obviously we swipe the credit card on maximum setting, then I should be able to win. I just have to kind of foresee, just kind of like learn, I guess, the meta. The only thing that has the potential here to fuck me is the the Evo Battle Ram, so I just have to stop it charging twice, because it does like 700 damage. Basically, if I just like, I feel like if you just kind of clue in, good luck! Little bro's used to, oh no, you used to spamming your little gimmicks, it's not working this time, little bro. Oh no. But yeah, that's basically the theory. Everybody is kind of, a lot of people are just relying on stupid broken shit, overpowering to the point where they think their opponent actually cannot do anything. But if you also play the broken cards and you play just a modicum more of strategy, or have a plan that's quite, I don't know, viable, then yeah, I think you can push up quite high, as opposed to having to be literally like an absolute phenom at like 2.6 hog back in the day, where it's like you have to learn all the matchups, like you have to learn how to pull the... I remember when I watched the first footage of, like, this was ages ago, of somebody using 2 cannons to pull a balloon to the King Tower. Everyone like lost their goddamn mind. They were like, what? Like, you can do that whole thing? Okay, that Goblin's respawn was kind of a mind game situation. I've spent a lot of elixir here, by the way. If he wants, he could win the game right now. But I don't think this guy's clued in enough to realize how low I am in elixir. So, because he didn't, that put me in a really good position, because I essentially just got away with cycling my Evo Lumberjack. If I can cycle my Lumberjack and there's no repercussions, that's putting me in a great spot. The sooner I can get to my Evo Lumberjack, the more unfair my deck becomes and the harder it becomes to defend. He expects me. I'm not going to lie, I'm just going to run through my thought process. I base a lot of how I play this game off my opponent's temperament, right? So he went for a Golden Knight last time for my Hero Goblin's ability. So because he did that, I'm going to presume, and this is where the mind games come in, that he's always going to play something expecting me to respawn. Now, I could lean into that mind games, and I could respawn the Hero Goblins every time, even if it isn't like a good idea, just to mind games him into thinking that I will do it for the rest of the game. And then, when I go for my one big push, do or don't do it, depending on what my behavior was like, leaning towards earlier in the game, just to catch him with his pants down. And that is why I say that so much. That's what this game's all about. Catching your opponent with their pants down. Anyway, I don't think this balloon should get any damage. I don't think I'm up enough in elixir. If he does, it's just because he's playing... If it does get damage, it's just because he's playing badly. Against a good player, that push would have been defended. I would have reset, and I would have had to go for a bigger push to break through. But I feel like sometimes against players that... How do I say this politically correct? Are dog shit. You will win before the big push. Okay, he's going to get a lot of value out of the ability here. I'll go for a respawn. Hopefully that doesn't connect. Nice. But yeah, realistically, like, I should not be getting... I don't want it. I don't want the damage. I don't want that brawler to get to the tower. I want to earn my fodder. You know what I mean? I want to have to do some crazy hero mega minions, snipe across the map, baby dragon to predict his minions, lumberjack rage is going to kill something at the perfect time, and then go for a balloon and freeze something else on top of that. I want to work for my food. And against a good player, you'll have to. All right, I'm going to pop an ability here. This is like perfect opportunity. That's going to get snatched into the Diddy cage, provide a lot of value. And that is a card where you just have to, like I have to freeze, because that thing can take my whole tower. I'm not going to fuck around with that card. Let's go for a bar barrel, because that thing is dangerous. He has to wait 2 cycles to get that. And that's when having freeze is super important as well. Let's go for a Mega Minion here. I'm going to tank the hit from the Bandit, and I'm just going to reset with this. We know he doesn't have his Evo Battle Ram, so I'm not worried about cycling that. And honestly, I think I can defend this kind of cheap, so I'm going to choose to go in for like a cheaper balloon freeze push, because look how much value my cage gets. I did not expect my lumberjack to go back. Hopefully he tries to pop a hero whiz ability and rely on that. I think he did, but he wasn't able to get it down, potentially. Oh, that was, I didn't deserve to win there. He should have been able to defend that. He should have popped the hero whiz ability as soon as it came out of the freeze. I don't know if clicking it before the freeze would make it activate after the freeze, but either way, he fucked up. That's what I'm saying, like, I think this is another thing. You know what? While we're talking about clash strategy and whatnot, in this game, it's always better. You hear players say this. It's always better to get better with one dick as well, rather than like be average or like pretty good at a lot of shit. Because if you master one strat, now you're really hearing the virginity in my voice here. Okay, Golden Knight. Okay, I don't know. All right, did you not see the goblins or? If you master one dick or you start playing one strat really high on ranked, you start thinking, oh, he's going to do this, so I'm going to do this, so I'm going to do this. That thought process you can't learn from being average at a lot of dicks. You have to be like at a high level with, is he going to lightning? See, like me thinking that, he's going to lightning. Because Ram Rider dicks always run lightning. Like it's just a thing. Once you play like against enough shit, you just kind of get used to what combos people pair with. That was a really bad balloon. Holy shit, I did not expect him to go E-Wiz. I thought he was going to eat that. See, had I gone for had he gone for anything other than E-Wiz there, he wouldn't have been able to afford E-Wiz. His Dagger Duchess would have been out of things, and I would have been in a good situation. But it wasn't really like... It wasn't really a risky play because he still had to spend elixir, so we're probably kind of even. It was just that was like an opportunity for me to win, and I fucked it there. That was an opportunity for me to win the game. He overcommitted with a Ram Rider Lightning in single elixir, and I had a counter push. And on top of that, he played an E-Wiz. So had I gone heavy in the other lane, once he played the E-Wiz, he would have been fucked. But maybe the Dagger Duchess would have saved him because the other tower's knives would have been in play. I'm going to go with this right now because it's going to tank for the baby dragon as well. I'll try not to play my Evos if I don't have to, because then it's just like a nice safety net, right? That's going to go for my tower. I don't want to take the damage. I've kind of fucked up earlier in this game by letting the Golden Knight connect, so I can't really afford to take damage. He wants to go with a Lightning with his Ram Rider, so that's why I'm going other lane here. That shouldn't connect now because he spent all the elixir on the Lightning. And the Evo Lumberjack, holy fuck. And just like that, we're winning in damage now. If the tower was hitting my barb, I would have gone for a respawn there. He's probably going to go for a... I did not expect that, actually. So obviously he wants to go for a Ram Rider with his P.E.K.K.A. and then go for a Lightning. Let's go for a push because we kind of have to break down his push. He's going to choose to go with that instead of Lightning. Let's force out an E-Wiz. And we might win here if we get a second hit. Okay, cool. So let's go like this here to suck in the Ram Rider. This is a little bit scary, but if we defend this, we win the game. And because we broke up his push there, looks like we're going to be able to win. But yeah, so the best way you can get better at this game is playing one dick at a high level. But I think after that, like, you have to adapt with the meta. Like, a lot of people, I think, get like entrenched in playing one thing because they've played it their entire life. That'll stop you from achieving greatness, you know? That'll stop you from... I mean, degeneracy. You don't want to be good at this game, realistically, because this game's a fucking joke. And you have infinite ways to reach your maximum potential in the real world. But if you really insist on being a Clash Royale virgin, this video is for you. So yeah, I don't like to cycle my cage first because some guys will just go like Lumberjack Balloon the opposite lane immediately and you'll lose. So I would go Lumberjack the bridge to cycle my Eva to start the game, but a lot of times they'll just activate it to King, and that could potentially lose me a game as well. I also don't want to cycle my Mega Minion because it's one of my good air counters, so I'll go for a Lumberjack in the back. Because he would be less tempted to go for a Tornado because he'd have to leak Elixir. And if he plays something like, I don't know, in the other lane, it's obvious he's going to Tornado my Lumberjack to the King Tower. So if he does do that, I'll go for a Balloon at the same time, knowing that he won't have Tornado for my Balloon. Now, Bowler, iDrag, I pretty much know this guy's dick. He's either playing Graveyard or Balloon. Graveyard decks, I feel like, don't normally have Inferno Dragons. So I think he's playing Balloon. I think he's playing Balloon for sure. Now we do know for sure he has Tornado, so it was a good thing. Oh, he's got Knight, though. This is definitely either Balloon or Graveyard. The Knight and the Xe actually are now making me think that it will be Graveyard. Let's see, is he going to pop a Hero Knight ability at the last second? Of course he is. Why wouldn't he? I think that was a really bad use of Elixir, actually. Okay, if he didn't play those guards, I would have gone Balloon, because I would have presumed he would have activated King. But having guards, he might not even have Tornado. I'm a little bit confused with this guy's strat right now. Hero Mega Minion in the back, I'm going to go with because it's a pretty safe bet considering it can target everything on the entire map. This guy I think is going to want to cycle an eye drag with his bowler, build up a little bit of push and counter the Mega Minion. So I've got to be okay. He's almost definitely going to expect a Goblin respawn. Okay, he didn't play anything, so I will go for it because he can't get a positive trade against it. Like, exactly. He has to play something. And now that he's overcommitted to that, I'll go in with my Evo Lumberjack. He used his Tornado. His cycle's not quick, so he can't get back to it. He's going to tank it, and he's going to try and do something here. Or he's just going to give up. Is this guy lagging, or what? God, I hate it when my opponents are too easy, man. Come on, Yamagod. Let me outplay you so that I can fucking prove a point here, man. Good luck. Fix your fucking internet, little bro. Like, don't take your anger out on me. Let this be a lesson, kids. Okay? When you're having a bad day, it's not fair to let your anger out on somebody else. Little Yamagod, he chose the wrong person to let his anger out. You know why? Because I thrive on it. It's like fucking black tar straight into my veins, man. As soon as I see somebody, yeah, cry it up, little bro. As soon as I see somebody's tears flowing, I'm like a shark in the water. I love it, man. Okay, let's see if Gonzalo Piccolo has what it takes to beat me. All right, let's see what he's playing. So, for the record, I don't know what this meta looks like. Like, I could see some fucking when I see Goblin Drill, Goblin Demolisher, it usually means Goblin Drill, which makes me want to stick a knife in my skull. I can go for my ability at any time, and I'm going to go for it. Yeah, it's Goblin Drill. Yes! Okay, let's go for this. Do our best to counter this. I'm going to take 10,000 damage from that. I'm scared if he's going to go for an ability. I hate playing against Goblin Drill with this because usually they have Snowball, which is a knockback. They can have Rocket sometimes. They've got like Evo Cannon. Their cycle's quick, and it's really hard counter, I'd say. And yeah, he has two heroes that are very balanced. Okay, this is going to be the hardest matchup for the video for sure. He's overspending though, as you can probably tell. Like, that was too much elixir, but I can't capitalize yet. Even though he overspent, he'll still be able to defend because he's got cheap defense. He's got Snowball. I don't think he will be back to Evo Snowball, but even like having something like a Fire Spirit, it just crumbs him out of the situation. Let's hope he goes Goblin Drill at the back. Goblin Drill on my tower at the same time I go Baby Dragon. He didn't, which makes me think that I'm up in elixir. I'm going to go with this just to kind of feel the water out a little bit. He's probably going to rocket. Perfect. Okay, that's great because he used his Evo Snowball, and now I know he's got Poison and Goblin Hut. And the cards that I've played here, cycling to defend his shit, are helping me cycle to my next balloon. But I don't think I'll be able to outcycle him because his cycle's really cheap. But now I know what kind of things I need to have in place to counter his defense against my attack. So let me go for a Mega Minion in the back. He did use his Poison. He might rush Goblin Drill the lane. If he does... Okay, he's not going to. Oh, he is going to. Okay. So let's... Yeah, he's going in really aggressive. So we'll see how this goes. I'm going to take a lot of damage here, but I'm gambling that I can get more. So he doesn't have Tornado, so he's going to have to Snowball. And then let's go for a freeze here. I hope I freeze the Fire Spirit. I missed it. But we're still going to get one more hit. I need it. Fuck. And you can see why this is such a tricky matchup. I would love to go in again. Don't get me wrong. I'll tank the goblins if he respawns them. I'm going to try and snatch this into the cage. It's out of range. Are you serious? Fuck. Okay, that's really bad. That was really bad by me. Yeah, Drill is really annoying. But I'm kind of using this more as an... I hope he plays... Okay, you know what? I'm just going to go for the ability here. Just to kill that. I'm using this as an opportunity to cycle to my Evo Lumberjack because I'm absolutely going to need it. There's no way I'm breaking through. Yeah, okay. Alright, little bro. Okay, let's let the Mega Minion get a couple hits. Then let's go like this. He's starting to poison cycle me. I can't let it get to triple, otherwise he'll always be able to defend. There's no way. I'm going to go like this because I think he did spend just a little bit too much elixir there. He's going to go for a Goblin Hut. He did have his Evo Snowball, but the Lumberjack is still tanking the tower. Okay, that's really good. The fact that he had to use that on defense just basically gives me more of an opportunity to gear up for another offense. So my next Lumberjack is going to be Evo, which means that my push is going to be a lot stronger. So I can't let that connect, man. Okay, I hope he gets too greedy and goes in here and I win at the same time. Let's go with a Baby Dragon, and I'm going to have to freeze. I'm not going to be able to break through here because he'll go with the Snowball. Unless, of course, the Lumberjack can take it. And you can see why this might actually have just be the hardest matchup for my Dick. I'm going to have to snatch this in, do a really clean defense. Oh, it's Evo Drill. It's game over. Okay, let's go like this. Yeah, because I think Poison will do enough anyway. That, I think, is the hardest counter to my Dick. Because it's really hard for me to break through. And I think the thing I need to do... He's laughing at... I think the thing I need to do to beat something like Drill is I have to catch him with their pants. I have to identify what the deck is immediately. Like, if I see a Goblin Demolisher, I have to be like, okay, if he does even something slightly too much in single, knowing that it's going to be a hard matchup, I have to get some kind of lead and just go crazy aggressive, knowing his deck, and try and get a lead early on. Anyway, I don't know why I felt like being a nerd today, but I did.